Today we're going to be making fitted trousers, and we're going to be using Ashoke to make the fitted trousers. The first thing we need to take cognizance of is our measurements. The measurements like our crotch, the front extension, inner and outer seam, hip measurement, and hip placement. These are very important measurements to be able to get fitted trousers that don't have any squeeze or any tucks, okay, when it is made. To be able to get your crotch, there are two different ways in which you can get our crotch measurement. We can subtract our outer seam from our inner seam, okay. The outer seam is the measurement from your waist all the way down to the hem of your pants, or subtract it from the inner seam. The inner seam is the measurement where your two thighs meet, okay, the mid of your two thighs where they meet, all the way down to the hem of your top of your trousers. So what you're going to be doing is you will subtract these two. Another way to calculate your crotch is your hips divided by 4. When you divide your hip measurement by 4, like for mine is 44, I divide it by 4, I get 11. It's kind of very close to where your crotch placement is going to be, okay. That's a way in which you can get your crotch. Next measurement is your crotch extension, and your crotch extension is your hip measurement divided by 16. The next measurement you're going to be calculating is your groin measurement. The groin measurement is the measurement from your waist in front to your waist at the back. You're going to be taking it through your thighs, the waist in front and to the waist at the back. This gives you the measurement for the front crotch and the back crotch together. You're going to be calculating is you're going to subtract the measurement of the total groin, okay. You're going to be subtracting the front crotch from that total measurement. Whatever you get there is your total measurement of your back crotch. It's also that measurement that you get is also going to include your waistband measurement, and it's also going to include your rise. It's very easy to do. For these particular trousers, I used a zipper on the left side, so I left zip allowance. Another thing I also want us to consider while we're doing is to make our darts. I put darts in front and darts at the back. If I was making Ankara pants, okay, or very soft fabric using lycra, I would not have put darts in the front. I would have maybe just put darts at the back, okay. But I'm putting darts in the front because the fabric is quite strong, and it's woven fabric is quite strong, so I do that. Something else that I need to explain to you is our crotch extension. Crotch extension is actually your hips divided by 16. That's an estimation of your crotch extension. So let's use my hips is 14, I divided by 16, I have 2.75. So after drafting where your crotch line is, you extend that line by 2.75. That's how you get your crotch extension. Okay, lastly, what we're also going to be discussing about on how to important measurements in getting your fitted trousers is that after you draft on paper, remember that when you put it on your fabric, when you're drafting on the fabric, if you've not left enough cutting allowance, remember that you always have to leave your allowance, okay. That's like half an inch left on your allowance to be able to get your joining. So while joining, it's best that you start the joining after cutting. You start your joining from the bottom of the trousers and join it on one side, okay, that's on the hip side. Leave the allowance for the zipper. You join the second side also, join it on the hip side. Then you join in the inner thigh side. Start from the bottom, just like you're seeing in the video, and join it up to the top. Then you get that to the crotch. You join the two crotches together for the left side and the right side, and you just sew it down. Then after you add your zipper and you join your band.